Tonight, Rhode Island is getting ready to welcome home a fallen hero. The body of First Sergeant Peter Andrew McKenna is expected to arrive back in Bristol tomorrow, 1 week after the decorated Green Beret was tragically killed in Afghanistan. Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell joins us now live with new details on how his hometown is preparing for the final farewell.
Mike, I spoke with Bristol's town administrator today. He tells me Bristol and Warren are working together because they are expecting a big crowd for the funeral. Red, white, and blue line the streets of Bristol as the town of 23,000 prepares to welcome home one of its own one final time.
We are very patriotic in town, and I'm not surprised one bit about the outpour of all the flags. First
Sergeant Peter Andrew McKenna was killed in action in a Taliban attack in Afghanistan on Friday. His body will return to Rhode Island tomorrow. His wake will be held Sunday here at St. Mary of the Bay in Warren. His funeral service the following day at the same church. Then McKenna will be laid to rest at St. Mary's Cemetery in Bristol.
Later on,
the Bristol Town Administrator Tony Texera tells us Bristol and Warren police departments will work together throughout all of the memorial services.
We will collaborate and cooperate with the Warren Police Department, to ensure especially parking, traffic safety, to maintain a traffic flow, because we know that it's going to be pretty busy, on Sunday as well as on Monday morning.
First Sergeant McKenna was 35 years old. He was assigned to the 1st Battalion of the 7th Special Forces Group. Coming up new at 6, we'll introduce you to a local veteran who's opening his home to soldiers who are coming in town for the memorial service. In the control room, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.
Tonight, we are learning more about plans to honor a fallen hero. First Sergeant Peter Andrew McKenna was killed in action in Afghanistan. His body will be flown from Delaware to Rhode Island tomorrow. And new at 6 tonight, we're talking to a veteran opening his home to soldiers coming here for the services. Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell is here now live with more information.
Mike, that veteran tells me this tragedy is actually bringing the town together. He says he's just one of several people who've offered up their homes for soldiers who are coming into town for the funeral. Flags line the streets and float at half-staff.
The town really has lost a son.
Bristol is mourning one of its own. First Sergeant Peter Andrew McKenna, killed in action in Afghanistan, will be laid to rest on Monday.
And one of the things that we're hoping to do is make sure that the street from the church in Warren to the funeral to the cemetery is lined with people to honor First Sergeant McKenna.
Michael Burns is a veteran, and he grew up with First Sergeant McKenna's father. Besides gathering crowds to pay respects to McKenna, Burns is also planning to welcome soldiers into his home.
There's a number of soldiers that will come, probably colleagues or comrades of Sergeant McKenna, and some of them may need housing. And if they do, we would open our home, as many other Bristolians would open their home, to put these heroes up while they're here to honor Sergeant McKenna.
The wake and funeral service for First Sergeant McKenna will be held at St. Mary of the Bay in Warren. First Sergeant McKenna's body is expected to arrive in Quonset sometime tomorrow, then will be transported to Bristol, escorted by police. Live in the control room, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.